guys, what's up here, Jordan here, and I'm bringing you with another tutorial today. So I haven't been doing much tutorials, I've been doing a lot of speed arts, but today it's going to be on how to make pop-out avatars like I do it, like this one for example. So what you need to do is you need to open up Cinema 4D, so we'll just do that now. While you're doing that, you can find a cool render. So what I normally do is I normally go to images and I just type in cool renders. I literally just do that and it'll just bring up a lot of cool renders, and we'll just find one really quickly to work with. We'll work with this one. This one looks pretty cool. So we're going to work with this render. So just want to save it. So we'll just save it, and we'll save it in our library. So what we're going to now do is we're just going to wait till Cinema 4D finally loads up, and then I'll play the video. Right, so when Cinema 4D is loaded up, what we're going to do is we're going to put a AI into a file. And before I do this, actually I'm going to open my Lightroom up. You don't need a Lightroom, but I'm just going to use mine. So we're going to merge, and we're just going to find a AI logo. So the logo I am going to choose will be I don't know, actually I will just choose Hazard since I've joined their team. So we've got the logo here. So we're just going to bring it closer in so it's in good range, and we're going to just fill it in. 26. So just got to make these 3D. So let me just turn my wireless mouse off. We normally do it quicker. And then once that's all done, you can just close these down. So what you want to do is you want to set the depth to 130. That's what I kind of think is the best. Just going to rotate it a little bit. So we'll render that out, see what it looks like. We don't need any materials on it. So at the moment it's quite dark, so just going to add a light. And we'll move this in front of the object. Actually right in front of it, and we'll make it a white object like that. So once that's done, I'm just going to reposition it again and zoom in probably a bit. So we'll just see what that's like. Yep, I think that's fine. So what we're just going to do is just going to save it, and we'll just call it Hazard 3D, and then we're just going to render it out. Yeah, we'll save over it and make sure it's a PNG. If you don't know how to make it a PNG, then all you got to do is go to your render settings, go to save, put it as a PNG, then click alpha channel, and that should give you a PNG. So there you go, that's saved. Now what you want to do is you want to open Photoshop up, and you want to go File, Open, and you want to open up the 3D object. So once that's done, you want to double click on the layer. You want to go to Color Overlay and put it to like a darkish grey, and then you want to put Blend, and you want to put Overlay. And once that's done that, as you can see on these inner parts, it's gone grey, and actually on the bottom it's quite white. So what we're going to do is we're going to get the pen tool, and what we just want to do is we're going to zoom in for a second. You want to zoom in. It doesn't have to be perfect, but what you do, you want to literally just outline. Can't actually see where the render ends. It's probably there. So I'm just going to do that. So there's the first one. I'm going to right click, make selection. Then we're going to press Control New, and then we want to just going to select the grey, I'm going to paste it, and then you want to grab the pen tool again and do it for the opposite side. So I'm just going to do that now. And then again, make selection. I'll just paste it in there. So actually they're the only kind of darkish parts we need to fill. The other parts look alright. So you just want to create the clipping mask. Probably lower the opacity down a bit so it's not too dark, like that. Merge it together, and then there's your 3D object done. Now you want to go File, New. You want to do 900 by 900. You can have a white background if you want, and everything can just stay the same. So once that's done, we're actually well, we've just got to wait till it's loaded up. So I'll pause the video again, and then I'll play it when it's loaded. So there we go, there's the background which is done. Now what I recommend doing is just making it a really light grey, and then just put it over again. Choose to a white, new layer, so Control and N, Control Shift N, sorry. And you want to select a brush, roughly, no, it's too big. Probably roughly about, let's see what 800. Yeah, roughly about 750 pixels. That should do. And make sure hardness is under 20. And then you want to select the layer, and you just want to click a few times in the middle, and actually that brightens it up a bit. With the background, you can press Control U and darken it if you want. So that will do. We'll move this up a little bit, and we'll lower the opacity a bit, so it's around about there, like that. And then what you can do is you can then drag this object in there, and just make sure you can crop it so it fits the screen. So see, that's a bit too small, so we need to make it bigger. Yeah, I think that will do. So you want to make it like that. Another thing I would say is go Control U and just make it a little bit darker, about like that. So now that's done, we're gonna add the image we saved earlier. So if we go to My Images, or wherever you saved it, you just want to find that image. There it is. And if there's any of these little renders in, just cut them out. So once that's cut out, we're just going to drag it into our untitled document. So it's here. We'll put it round about, I'd say, just say here. And then after that, you can select this brush. Well, click Control and select on the layer 2 or the logo. Go to Select, Inverse. Grab your rubber tool and just rub out the unnecessary parts down here. Just a little bit there. Probably just rub out part of this hair down here, just so it fades off. That'll do nicely. So after that's done, we've got this object. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to grab a part of the colour of her hair, so it's kind of like a peachy, dark peach colour, and then I'm just going to Control New, and then just create clipping mask on that, and I'm just going to put overlay. Actually, I'll put soft light. There you go, we'll just do that. We'll just put dark colour, we'll lighten it a bit. That's one way you can do it, but I'll show you what we're going to do afterwards. So what you can do is what we're going to do is we're going to drag a new picture in. Sorry about that, it didn't drag in. And we're just going to make it real big. So you just want to make it so it fits over the logo quite nicely. So just want to make it a bit bigger, around about there like that. And put it under there, and we're going to right click, clip him. No, we're not. We're gonna go here and soft light. Then we're gonna duplicate it again. Click on this layer again, the logo. Click on the top one, and again put select inverse, and then get a rubber, make it quite large, and then just rub out the outside of it, so the inside's quite alive. Well, it's not alive per se. Now what we're going to do, we're going to do the white outline. So you want to click on this logo layer, hit Control J to duplicate it. You can take the colour overlay off, you don't need it, and you want to go to stroke. What you then want to do is go all the way and put it to white. Put it to around about 5 pixels, that looks quite good, and click OK. After that, put the fill down to 0%, then right click, rasterize layer. What you then can do is put it above this layer. After that, you can grab your rubber tool, put the hardness around about 32, 30. Rubber will probably be good at about 90. And then what you want to do is click on this layer, click on the white line layer, and just rub out parts. So, like for example, I'm just going to rub it out until it touches her hair. This can go behind her head there, and then the main flames here can get rubbed out a bit. So just for an example, so that's just for example can go there, but you want to leave a bit of it in just so you can tell it's still like a logo, like a hazard logo. So that's round about the image part done. We're going to go on to the text now. So what we're going to do is we're going to click somewhere down here, and we're just going to write text at the moment. We're going to make that the font. Well, we're going to make the color black. We want to double click it, put stroke on, make sure that's white as well, and put it to around about 5. After that, we're going to select a text, and we're going to put Ubuntu. I find that's a real good font to work with. Make the font about 110. We're going to make it bold. Make the font 110. Put that to 0. That's what I did before. But you got condensed, and then you got mono. I think the normal the normal Ubuntu, and then mono is really good. But we're going to put bold. We'll put it to 130 for now. So actually we've got the text there, so we'll keep that in the middle for now. And then what we can do is, what I tend to do is I normally grab the render again, put it over the text, and then create a clipping mask sorry, over the text. So for example, I'm going to put Clow. Oops. I would recommend putting it in capitals as well. Make sure that's in the center. Actually, I'm going to change the font. We'll change it to velocity, and then we'll put about a 10. Actually, we'll put 25 gap in. So after that, what we're going to do is going to make the text like a wave line or whatever you want to do. So you want to highlight all of it. Click on the I forgot what it's called, warp text, right in front of my face, and you can select what you want. So I'm going to select wave. I'm going to put it around about 76, 21, and then 18. And if you click vertical, you can do it a different way. But we're going to select that for now. Doesn't actually look like it's gone down a bit, so we'll select a different font. Like, you can choose any font what you want, what you feel comfortable with. I might actually try and find like a cartoon type font. I think that would be best suitable for what we're actually doing. So this one's quite good. So we just want to make it so the font's big enough. So I'm just going to say for now that font's big enough, but I'm going to lower the stroke down to about 3. So there's the avatar part done. what you can do is just make sure this is a single layer. You want to grab all of it and put it into a folder. What you then can do is you can duplicate it, and then so you Control J, then Control E to merge it. Do that so you've got copy up to 4. The second one you can do it whatever way you want. So I'm putting blue, red, and then putting green split on top. Then we're going to put one to the right for the green one. The red, what is it? Red 1 second. Yeah. Anyway, that to the right, the top one to the left, and the bottom one up. Then just going to select all those layers, merge them, and then merge them down again. After that, we're just going to do random glitches in the logo. If you want, you can do it in the text as well. It's not too bad to have them in the text. And then you can obviously move them a bit. So there's the glitch effect. I mean, on this one it's a bit too much. What I tend to do as well is when it's, well, you can't really tell afterwards, but I normally add a color correction on, simply because sometimes it can look better or sometimes it doesn't look better. But that's the thing with graphic design, you can just experiment on what you want to do. So if we just wait for a bit, I'll pause it and I'll play it when it finishes loading. There we go, so I've got my graphics pack open now, and basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to I'm going to select some CCs which I find look quite cool. So to do that I need to actually put something on there so I can test it. So we'll put this weird stock on. So then we can just go through the CCs and see what one's best. I'm actually liking number 1 already. So number 1 will be one of my choices. I'm just going to go for number 1, my main choice. So my computer's running slow. Like normally when I have a graphics pack open and then Chrome, it normally mucks my computer around. So I'm going for number 1. So we're just going to turn that on. Actually it looks like that. Actually that looks pretty cool with the fire. But we're going to lower the opacity down a bit, and we're going to delete this kappa here. And actually we've got 2 CCs in 1. With this one you've actually got a guideline. I actually like that. It's quite nice. Then we've got more here. I'm going to keep this one, I actually like it. So yeah, there we go, that's the logo done. So you then want to go file, well you want to go layer, then flatten image, then you want to go file, save for web, then you want to go save it as a PNG24. I save normally as PNG24s because it's better quality. So I'm going to go file, save, and then we're going to save it as hazard Clow avatar. So there we go, there's the tutorial done. I hope you enjoyed it. Please comment below if you want me to do any more tutorials. You can contact me on Skype if you want to know if you want anything or you want to know anything else. I'm happy to help you. So please rate, comment, subscribe, and peace.